Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Let's have a look at the Hyderabad squad next. Let's jump straight to them because their problem the last few years always used to be they were opening with Warner and Bairstow, and then they had to play Kane Williamson at 3, and that was limiting their choices a lot. There was also a problem of who's going to captain. Is it going to be Williamson? Is it going to be Warner? And then, of course, all the chaos that happened the last season, and then players choosing not to stay. This is a team that has been in a slight bit of trouble on field and off field. You hope that ends now, and there's some stability. Kane Williamson is going to be the captain now. He's going to be the captain for the full season. There's no confusion there. They've managed to put together a good team. Joy, we were looking at them in the auction. We thought that in the first session, somebody had forgotten to give them the paddle because there was just no bids from them. But then when you look at it, they've managed to put quite a squad together.
I think this is a decent team. Again, you're filling two giant holes out there. I mean, no Warner, no Rashid Khan. These are guys who played for them a long time. Interesting. Two of the interesting things out here is one is that of all the players that they had, the batsmen. Remember last year we were all talking last 2-3 years, lots of batsmen with potential, but nobody coming off. So the two they backed Abdul Samad right up front for retention. They backed Abhishek Sharma to come back. They obviously have a lot more confidence in him. And they've let go of all the other guys. But I think
Priyam Garg was the other one. They had some of these young guns. There was
they got Priyam Garg back.
Did they get
Priyam
Garg
back at 20 lakhs right at the end? Whereas, Abhishek Sharma is somewhere.
Oh, yeah, they got him back as well. All right. So they've got all of them back then. They've got Samad, Abhishek and Priyam Garg, who they were betting on a couple of seasons ago.
So what I'm saying is that Vijay Shankar gone, Manish Pandey gone, Kedar Yadav gone. So the guys most senior guys are all moved on.
Yeah, and they're probably looking at these guys as replacements. Umran Malik, of course, who you saw just towards the end of last season when everything was gone, when the village was deserted for Hyderabad, so to speak, and they saw him bowl, and he was bowling at those express speeds, and of course they retained him. He is still there. Let's have a look at what their probable 11 could be. If you have Kane Williamson right at the top, you're looking at Abhishek Sharma. They got Rahul Tripathi as well. Let's not forget that. They bid a lot for Nicholas Pooran. I remember that was a big discussion point at that point because he was not getting too many runs in white ball cricket. Aiden Markram, who I think has been fabulous, so that's a good buy for them. Abdul Samad, Romario Shepherd, Washington Sundar, Bhuvi, Umran and Trajan. Harsha, your thoughts on this 11?
My thoughts are, come what may, Washington Sundar cannot get injured again. He's coming out of injury because there is no spin bowling over there. Their option is Suchit, who's a good player. He's been around for a while, Suchit. And I think they went and bought Shreyas Gopal, whose career has taken a bit of a dip in the last 2 years. So now suddenly it's okay, if I'm looking for spin, where am I going to get it? I think they'll need 2 overs from Aiden Markram. Now that batting order that we put up is an interesting one because Abhishek Sharma has rediscovered himself since he's moved up to open the batting for Punjab.
Yeah.
And he's opening the batting for Punjab. He's scoring big runs for Punjab. So they might just say, okay, we've bought you for 6.5 crores when you used to bat 5, 6, 7 balls and you had made a total of 50, 60 runs or something like that in the season. So if we've bought you for 6.5 crores, we have not bought you to play that same role again.
Yeah.
So they might say, okay, we'll play Abhishek Sharma at the top. Then it's a question of where you play Rahul Tripathi, where you play Pooran, where you play Williamson. And I think 5 is a little too low for Markram. So they might go Markram 4. Yeah, but then you want left-handers. You want left-handers too. So if you got Abhishek and Pooran. So a couple of things in there. Last year Pooran averaged 7.5.
Yeah.
But he's come back. He's come back into form. He's a very good 2-gear batsman. He can play both roles. He can bat 110, 120. He can bat at 150, 160 as well. And they cannot afford that. They will have 3 elbow experts in the side to keep looking at Williamson's elbow every 10 minutes. You might see someone running out with the water. He's actually an elbow surgeon who's quickly going and taking a look at Williamson's elbow. Because take a look at this side. Williamson pulls up. He's got a chronic elbow, by the way. He's virtually not played the entire home season.
Yeah.
Right? Now look at this team and look at Williamson's elbow. And if there's no Williamson's elbow, Nicholas Pooran is captain.
Yeah, they'll struggle.
Yeah, that's true.
Keeper.
Let's pull the team up again. And yeah, you've got a great point. I mean, they can't do. I mean, no team can actually do without their their captain. These guys even more so because he's also the mainstay of the top order. He's had some amazing, big run
I think
compiling
if you
seasons.
go beyond that, you've got to go to Bhuvaneshwar Kumar or Markram as captain. I mean, I really can't distinct. And I think this team really needs to...
Pooran will be captain, I think.
Yeah.
Pooran will be captain. He's already captain of West Indies.
Yeah, I guess that's what it would be. You're saying we have this manpower graphic, right? We're just going to pull that up, and we're seeing how many kind of big hitters, match winners, so to speak, that they have, guys who can, we brought it out. Match winners, essentially. I mean, any player can be a match winner on a day, but who are the people you're banking on who, in the span of maybe 3 or 4 deliveries, can turn the game on their head and have done so before, and that's why you have them. You have them there. You have breakout potential in these 3 players that we've listed. We spoke about all 3 of them, and of course the certified starters over there. And again, hoping with Kane Williamson and Washington Sundar that you have no injuries there. But yes, when you're looking at them, Joy, you're saying they don't have those X factor, turn the game around in 3 balls kind of players. You've got solid players, but
no,
we're talking about something
else. There's only one
else.
person I can see there. Yeah, there's only one person I can see there, and that's Romario Shepherd. And see how much money have they played? They've paid Romario Shepherd 7.75 crores. He's just buying a little bit of an island there. Remember, Pat Cummins? He went to Pat Cummins and said, "That place that you bought in Sydney Harbour, can I find a similar place on one of the Caribbean islands?" 7.75 crores. He's got an economy rate of about 10 or 11.
Yeah.
10 or 11 economy rate. So his bowling is very much work in progress. But he has the ability to hit a ball outside the ground most times.
Yeah.
So if they have to play Romario Shepherd at 7, then they want Abhishek Sharma to give them overs. Or that is where I see Markram coming in as well. They've got Washington Sundar, but their second spinner is either Abhishek Sharma or Aiden Markram. And Markram doesn't mind bowling in the power play, except that I don't know exactly when Markram becomes available, because they did a very good job of very quickly losing to Bangladesh so they can come here in time. Maybe there was an earlier flight. So they quickly lost to Bangladesh so they can come here. But none of them are playing Test cricket. Actually, what does that tell you about where world cricket is going? That Rabada and Gidi, Markram, that none of them are playing Test match cricket, even though the captain told them, gave them a speech about their loyalty. They have a clause in their contract that says that the Cricket South Africa will not come in the way of IPL contracts.
Yeah.
So that is how Rabada and all the others are coming. So Markram might miss a game or 2, but I still think he'd be a great buy because he's emerged as a very good middle overs player. I don't think he's ever going to be an opener, but he's emerged as a very good middle overs player. So everyone's firing, and I mean, you got Pooran having a good season, Markram having a good season. You're looking good. Natarajan, you've got to wait and see on Natarajan because he also hasn't played for a long time. But they have options for Natarajan. They always pick a lot of fast bowlers. They've got Karthik Tyagi. They can play Karthik Tyagi in his place. If Shepherd is going for runs, they've got Marco Jansen and they've got Sean Abbott. So they've got 3 like for like there. And they've gone to Afghanistan. They have to have one Afghanistan player, right? Hyderabad. And they lost 2. So they went to Fazal Haq Farooqi.